Hello everyone, I am Srinivas. Welcome to my channel. Guys, we have completed 7 classes on the chapter heat. And now in this class 8, we are going to discuss the very important topic, that is an experimental determination of specific heat of a given solid. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. Do like this video and also share the video. For new notifications, click on the bell icon. Guys, in our previous classes, we have seen what is specific heat, and we also learned that every material will have its own specific heat. Now, if we have a material, we can find its specific heat using an experiment. So, in this class, we are going to see that experiment by which we can determine the specific heat of that given solid. So, the aim of our activity is to find the specific heat of a given solid experimentally. Usually aim refers to why we are actually doing the activity. So here in this activity our aim is to find the specific heat of the given solid. So apparatus / equipment required. So to do this activity, which equipment we require? Calorimeter, thermometer to measure the temperature, stirrer for mixing the substances, water, steam heater, wooden box, and lead shots. Here lead shots is our solid material. So our activity is to find the specific heat of a solid. So here I am taking lead shots as my solid material. Let us look at the procedure. So measure the mass of calorimeter along with the stirrer. So here I am taking a copper calorimeter in which I have placed one stirrer. Okay guys, this is the wooden box that I mentioned in the apparatus. Okay, so see here we are having a copper calorimeter and I want to see what is the mass of this calorimeter. So using this weighing machine I am measuring the mass of calorimeter. So this empty calorimeter mass I am noting as M1. So here in this figure I am giving for example, but when you are doing it in laboratory you record your own calorimeter mass. We are measuring the mass and we are recording it as mass of calorimeter as M1 grams. Now fill 1/3 of the volume of calorimeter with water. So initially we have taken an empty calorimeter, right? So this calorimeter now I am filling with water up to its 1/3 of the volume. And now we need to measure its mass and temperature. So now I am measuring the mass of calorimeter along with water, and this mass I am noting as M2. I noted down the mass of calorimeter and water as M2, and I want to measure the temperature of this water. See here, as both water and calorimeter are in the same container, whichever is the temperature of water, that will be the temperature of calorimeter also. So with the help of a thermometer, I am measuring the temperature of calorimeter and water, and I am noting it as T1. Here T1 represents the temperature of calorimeter and water. So here M2 is the mass of calorimeter and water, and I have M1 which will give you the mass of empty calorimeter. So if I want to get the mass of this water, I can subtract M2 from M1 so that I'll be getting the mass of water. So mass of water is M2 minus M1. M2 is mass of both calorimeter and water. M1 is mass of empty calorimeter. So that I am getting the mass of water. So the mass of water is M2 minus M1 and the initial temperature of water is T1. The mass of empty calorimeter is M1 and the initial temperature of calorimeter is how much? It is also T1 degree Celsius. Now what I am doing, I am taking few lead shots. So this is our solid material and I am placing them in a hot water or steam heater. So see here, I have a bowl here filled with water and I am heating that water with the help of a burner. So in this hot water, what I am doing, in this hot water I am placing our lead shots so that the lead shots will also get heated. So with the help of this thermometer I am measuring the temperature of the water, which is nothing but temperature of the lead shots. So I am heating this up to a temperature of T2. So what is the initial temperature of lead shards? I am taking the lead shards very hot, which is at a temperature of T2 degree Celsius. Okay. Guys, the calorimeter filled with water, I am placing it inside a wooden box. Okay, so inside this wooden box I am placing our calorimeter that is having the water, and in this bowl we have the hot lead shards. Now what I am doing, I am taking out the lead shards and I am transferring them quickly, very quickly into this calorimeter. Transfer the hot lead shards quickly into the calorimeter. So I am dropping these lead shards into the calorimeter. So calorimeter is there inside this wooden box. And why I am placing my calorimeter in the wooden box means so that the heat is not lost. I mean, all the heat that is having the lead shards, that will be transferred to water. It is not dissipated to the atmosphere. Okay. So this wooden box will not provide any thermal contact, so that the heat from the lead shards is leaked to the outside. Okay. So here the lead shards are hot and the water is cool. I am taking lead shards at a temperature T2. I am taking water at a temperature T1. Since water is cool, it will absorb, it will gains the heat energy that is lost by the lead shards, so that the mixture will attains to a new temperature, that is T3. Here what is T3? T3 is the final temperature of mixture. In this mixture I am having hot lead shards and cool water, so that they are settling to a new temperature, that is T3. So now I want to know what is the mass of our lead shards. So here in this calorimeter, in this container, this calorimeter is there, water is there, lead shards and stirrer are there. I am measuring the mass as M3. So what is M3? M3 is the mass of water, calorimeter, stirrer and the lead shards. But I want only the mass of lead shards. So to get the mass of lead shards, what can I do? From this total mass, I want to subtract the mass of water, calorimeter and stirrer, which is nothing but M2. So from the total mass, I am subtracting M2, so that what is the result? This is the mass of the lead shards. Okay, this is mass of the lead shards in grams. Now, the hot lead shards from the water we quickly transfer to the cool water, and we are assuming that there is no heat lost to the surroundings. As we quickly transfer the lead shards from hot water to the cool water, what I am assuming, there is no loss. Whichever is the heat lost by lead shards, that will be completely transferred to the water and calorimeter, so that they reach to the final temperature. Now I am assuming SC as the specific heat of calorimeter, SL as the specific heat of lead shard, SW as the specific heat of water. And we know the principle of method of mixtures. What is the principle of method of mixtures? Heat lost by hot body equals to heat gained by cool body. Here what is hot body? Hot body is the solid material, that is nothing but lead shards, and what are cool materials? That is calorimeter along with water. So whatever the heat lost by our solid material, that is lead shard, will be transferred to the cool bodies, those are calorimeter and water. So that what happens? How can I write the method of mixtures? Heat lost by solid is equals to heat gained by calorimeter plus heat gained by water. And I know that what is the heat lost or heat gain? That is Q equals to MS delta T, mass into specific heat into change in temperature. So first of all, let us look at heat lost by solid. Solid means lead shard. So M means mass of our lead shard. What is mass of lead shards? That is M3 minus M2. I am assuming specific heat as SL. And what is change in temperature? Delta T. We are initially taking the lead shards at high temperature T2, and when we mixed them, the final temperature is T3. So for change in temperature, higher temperature minus lower temperature, that is nothing but T2 minus T3 equals to heat gained by calorimeter. So let us look at it. It is the formula is Q equals to MS delta T. M is mass of calorimeter, that is nothing but M1, mass of empty calorimeter. Okay, and specific heat of calorimeter as SC, and the initial temperature of calorimeter is T1 and final temperature is T3. So high temperature minus low temperature, here T3 is high and T1 is less. So high temperature minus low temperature. So change in temperature is T3 minus T1 plus heat gained by water. So mass of water, that is M2 minus M1 into specific heat of water. I assumed it as SW. Okay. SW into change in temperature. See, I taken water at an initial temperature T1 and because of mixer final temperature is T3. As T3 is higher and T1 is lesser, I can take higher temperature minus lower as the change in temperature, which is T3 minus T1. So here we have every value recorded while we are doing this activity. We have M3, we have M2, T2, T3, everything we have. Here what we don't know, that is SC, SW, SL. SL is our requirement. Our aim is to calculate SL. So we don't know SL. SC, what is SC? SC is the specific heat of calorimeter, that is nothing but our copper calorimeter. So we'll be going for the value of copper and we are substituting here SW, that is specific heat of water. What is the specific heat of water? 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. We can substitute all the values and SL, I am keeping SL here, which is the unknown, which is our requirement here, and all the terms shifted to other side. So we are left with this expression. SL equals to M1 SC into T3 minus T1 plus M2 minus M1 into SW into T3 minus T1 or M3 minus M2 into T2 minus T3. Guys, don't try to memorize this relation. You cannot remember this relation because this is the result of principle of method of mixtures. If you know how to write principle of method of mixtures and how to apply this equation for any material, you can get this equation very easily. Okay, don't try to by heart or don't try to remember. Try to apply the formula Q equals to ms delta T and remember the method of mixtures. You can easily write this equation. Guys, this is most probable question from the heat chapter for your public examination. This is most frequently asked question and very important as well as very easy. So go through it. Each and every word is very important. If you are having any doubts, let me know in the comment section. I'll clarify every one of your doubts. So this is our final expression from which we can calculate the specific heat of our unknown solid material, that is lead shot. That is all for this class, guys. In our next class, we will start the topic phase changes. Guys, please subscribe to my channel, do like the video and also share the video. For new notifications, click on the bell icon. Thanks for watching.